Good morning, and thank you for joining us for our Tuesday's edition of Press Review right here on Luntha TV. Today, the 9th of September 2025. It is yet another time where we take you through some of the stories that are appearing in our newspapers. And today with me, Tandy Wemzumara. And of course, I'm not alone. I'm here with my colleague,
Emmanuel. Sure.
Good morning, Emmanuel. How are you?
I'm fine. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, very
You
fine.
sound very sure that you're fine.
Yes, I am 100%
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Anyway, that
Oh my God. Of course, this has something to do with food.
yes.
Okay.
That bueno mama wano.
Okay. I'm getting easy.
A cup of tea. Kampunga vangono. Batata yo chapa ngono.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have the energy, you know.
Okay.
Chimwemwe
that's good.
chidza mama. Chidzidza so
No, that's really good. That's really good. I haven't taken anything yet. I will at some point.
Okay.
Yes, it's a bit too early for me to have my breakfast, but I'm glad. I'm happy for you for that.
Yeah.
So we are going to be taking you through the two newspapers, that's the Daily Times and The Nation. You want to start?
Yeah, I will start. Today, the 9th of September, the national news, the headline, it reads, Fuel Fertilizer Battle Rages. And sub-headline reads, Chakwera says Nokma, corrupt cartels messing up fuel, announces fertilizer prices. Nkhani yaikulu iyi sizuyitasolera kuti tiwerenge ayi mtsogoleri wa dziko lino dzulo analankhula ku mtundu wa Malawi ndipo amalawi anali mchidwi kuti kodi a president alankhulanji mukulankhula kwawo kwa mphindi zochepa kwambiri koma analankhula kunena kuti iwo akupempha chikhululukiro kwa Malawi kuti zinthu zina sizuyenda mmene amayembekezera mwachitsanzo ku nkhani ya mafuta apanga blame akuti ogwira ntchito ku Nokma ena afuna oyipitsa boma lawo akuchita zinthu osati zimene iwo adawauza kuti akuyenera achite ndipo ananena kuti iwo akuti mu Oktoba muno awachotse ntchito anthu
amene akupanga
sabotage oyipitsa boma lawo.
And I remember he also announced new prices for fertilizer, 15,000 kwacha from the 1st of October, I believe.
Yes.
The AIP, that is.
Yeah, that is AIP. So izimene zindizina mwazimene analankhula apa pali chithunzi cha president akunena kuti I ask for your forgiveness. Kudziyepetsa munthu wankulu akuti tu amalawi akhululuke.
No, it's true. Most people, how many most Malawians hoped for? We're talking issues to do with the economy, mostly.
Yeah.
That's where it's gone worse. Because issues used to say, you could send fuel, fertilizer, nkani za shimanga, yagona nkani ya economy.
Indeed.
Nkani za shuma sizili we know. And I think it's a good thing that he came up and acknowledged.
Yeah.
Good in season 19, you know.
Indeed.
I think the first step towards any progress at all is accepting where something has gone bad.
Indeed.
And for me, I think I will cut my comment to that. I think already and Hambili akalanditu akuyikavo mulomo.
Yeah, anthu ambiri
presidential address
akuyikavo mulomo. Akambwandira nawo mu newspaper yomwe alankhula kwa kunena kuti the speech was an appeal for voters.
Of course.
Akutero.
Of course, because that is the whole point. Because for me, my understanding of saying Kuti Grambila by 1 October, because we're saying 9 September, we have literally 7 days to go for us to vote. So we have to wait until after we vote for this to actually happen. Whether it will or it will not is something that we will get to see then.
Zimene munenazi ndizoona kuti masiku atha nde anthu tikamatchula kuti 16 September ndikumaona ngati kutalika panopa masamu amene tayamba kuchita ndi hours azovudzulo titatsala ndi 190 hours. So we haven't tikapanga -24 tipeze alero koma nthawi yatha kunena zona. Yes.
On the front page of the Daily Times, but I'll take another one. The headline here reads, participate in debates. That is the Public Affairs Committee. Part of the story reads, Public Affairs Committee Chairperson Monsignor Patrick Tawale yesterday urged presidential candidates in the September 16th elections to take part in debates. Tawale said this during national prayers for the signing of peace declaration held at Bingu wa Mutharika International Convention Center, BICC, in Lilongwe, saying elections are never won by gatherings during campaign. Monsignor Patrick Tawale, Zulu Public Affairs Committee, in a Togolera Mambo Amapempero. We have seen cases of violence. Of course, it was based on what we might have thought was going to happen. I think it's safe to say yes. I think it's safe to say despite in other cases, of course, we do see those issues of violence. This is some presidential aspirants to attend the prayers. The prayers. And the chairperson Monsignor Patrick Tawale the presidential aspirants, they should participate in the presidential debates. And we are saying this the presidential debate. And the last one, kuna bita atupere munuza UDF, but Nalitsoka Bambe, IUTM, Komanso Dr. Joyce Banda, a People's Party. Lero situ kuziwa kuti zibani 5 nzimesina itaniba. Zibani zitatu tachulazi Komanso MCP and DPP. MCP and DPP leaders, that is President Azza Serera and former President Peter Mutharika, the first debate they did not attend. We are not so sure about Yadeo. Are they going to attend? But according to Monsignor Tawale, he believes, like he says here, elections are never won just by gatherings during campaigns. Yes. People need to hear what you have to say. If you have been following rallies before, and in fundo zaka zimakazo mwezo mwezo, and zimakana fundo zimene iwo abanga plan, kuti tifuna tikafutukuza zakuti. Pamene pa presidential debate, you get to be asked a question. You get to answer based on what you say.
And also the audience imazamasidwako mwaiso imafunsako. So I think that is a very good platform. Imene amenera kuikwitisa ntchito. Now, sindukuziwa nditamva pempho la Monsignor Tawale. Ndinakhala ndikumalingalira kuti kodi chimachitika mchanji fwa ndikakumbukira that was my Joyce Banda ali a president. Tikupita kuchisankho. A president amene ankalamula nthawi imeneyo anali incumbent nthawi imeneyo sadapite ku debate. Ndikakumbukira apita Mutharika ali president nthawi imene ankalamula tikuyandikiranso kuchisankho. That was I think in 2019 if I'm not mistaken. Sanapite. Apapa tikukamba kuti ndi round 2 ya debate. President debate manager incumbent president sanapite. Why?
Unfortunately, I can't tell you why.
Yes.
All I have are assumptions, and I think it's safe to say that it's not proper for me to bring my assumptions here. I don't know.
Yeah, koma ndizimene ndimaona ngati kuti anthu amakhala Malawi adakhulupirira kwayika pampandopo chimakhala chovuta ndiyani kuti ulendo ngati umeneyo umene tikuyandikira tikukamba kuti I think is it lachiwiri tukavota tivota lachiwiri.
Yes.
Lachiwiri tikukavota.
Actually, the next Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. The next Tuesday is going to be the voting day.
Yeah. So actually, let us wait and see kuti lero kuchitike zotani madzulo ano ku debate.
Of course.
Yeah, sure. Make system audit case ruling September 11. Okay. Nkhani yake kunena kuti petitioners and the Malawi Electoral Commission are keeping their fingers crossed until Thursday, when the High Court of Malawi will decide whether the election management system EMS should be subjected to an independent audit. Okay, mukakumbukira ino paja anthu ena adakadandaula kulisumira bungwe la Malawi Electoral Commission unena kuti akupempha bwanji akachite audit data ya kuunika. Yes, I think chichawa chabwino ndi chimenecho. I think kuunika mu data information zokhudza zisankho. So akunena kuti akhoti atapereke chigamulo concerning zokhudza nkhani pa 11 September.
Thursday actually. The sachito ndi 11 September leo ndi 9.
Nkuja. Atapereke chigamulo.
So you know one thing about this chigamulo, it will determine a lot of however way it goes. If it goes in the way of Antamela Nagasumao, there might be certain changes to
maybe the voting day.
Not the voting day, because what they are looking at in the Nkania electoral management system.
Yes.
And my EMDs and all that. So there might be certain changes if it goes in their favor. Of course, for me, I am really not happy that it keeps on being pushed.
Actually, yeah.
I had wished if this was sorted the Galigale road so that we see. Right now, it's a bit. Since I audit, it's a color so court case in relation to the elections.
Yeah.
Vote wisely is the headline here on page 4 of the Daily Times, and part of the story reads: Archbishop Thomas Msusa of Luntha Archdiocese has asked Malawians to remain peaceful and vote wisely on the September 16th, when the country will hold local government, parliamentary, and presidential elections. He made the call at Servants of the Blessed Virgin Mary Convent in Nguludi Chiladzulu district when sisters, priests, and the Catholic faithful gathered to celebrate decades of devotion by SBVM members. Msusa said Malawi's democracy depended not just on voting but on informed participation by the citizenry. I think it's safe to say kuti mbali zonse zokhuzidwa kuphatikiza mpingo ukumema anthu kupanga kukaponya voting, and not just kukaponya voting, but they are emphasizing on voting wisely. And for me, my understanding of voting wisely you need to make informed decisions. Yes. Making informed decisions means you paying attention to the many ads in their messages.
Yes.
They say tipangaizi, and for you look at what appeals to you in the sense of okay, I think in the minute this is going to work. Yeah. This is the leader that we should vote for, and be it my MP, my councillor, president, and better voting. Exactly.
DPP queries intervention on commodity prices. Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, has fought the government over its intervention on commodities such as cement and fuel, arguing that the measures have done little to control prices and ensure availability of the commodity. At a press briefing in Luntha yesterday, ahead of the President Lazarus Chakwera's scheduled national address to announce measures to control fertilizer prices, last night DPP spokesperson Shadrack Namalomba and the National Organizing Secretary Samir Suleiman and the Director of Political Affairs Ben Pili took turns to question the sustainability of the intervention. Suleimani, a former member of Parliament for Blantyre Southeast constituency, said government-to-government arrangement for fuel procurement has failed to ensure sustained supply. Chipani cha DPP tulo mamawa anachititsa msonkhano wa atolankhani kumene analankhula zina mwa zinthu zimene zochitika mdziko muno. Ananena kuti kukwera kwa katundu kwa zinthu, kusowa kwa zinthu ngati simenti komanso mafuta, akunena kuti zinthuzi zawaphenja kwambiri amalawi, komanso amakambaonena kuti njira ija yokuti boma lizigula mafuta, boma ndi I think boma to boma, amati government to government, akunena kuti khangati sidapindulire amalawi. So izi zimabwera pamene mtsogoleri wa dziko madzulo ake analengeza kuti alankhula ku mtundu wa Malawi. So anayamba ulankhula ndi achipani cha DPP, kenaka president pambuyo. So zambiri zinalankhulidwa, sitingabwerezenso mwinanso zindivutanso even kuti kodi kuyikirapo ndemanga yake ndidzikira kuti chandifuwa wana president apempha kale chikhululukiro, akamba kale zina mwa zimene awa anakamba ndi mavuto amene amalawi akukumana nawo. Sure.
Moving on to the business segment, I will take one here. A headline reads: Malawi exports shifting to Africa. Part of the story reads that Malawi's export landscape is undergoing a dramatic digression, with African markets capturing an increasing share over the past 5 years. An analysis of trade statistics from the International Trade Center ITC Trade Map show that between 2020 and 2024, the country's overseas trade with traditional European partners maintains steady but slower growth. zikuoneka kuti dziko la Malawi katundu tikamatumiza maiko akunja, maiko ambiri amene matumiza akunja ndi aku Africa kuno. Maiko and zikuoneka kuti we like our fellow Africans, exporting our things to fellow Africans, and the countries that we mostly export to here on the top 5, there is Tanzania, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and then there's India. Of course, India is not in Africa, and Belgium as well. Okay, the analysis of trade statistics from the International Trade Center shows that with European partners, it maintains a steady but slower growth, unlike with our fellow African countries.
Yes.
I think we could do better, but I think so far so good based on the statistics. I mean, in this whole story.
Yeah, international Trump threatens tougher sanctions against Russia. U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened tougher sanctions against Russia after its heaviest aerial bombardment on Ukraine since the war started. So, kuziwa inibaja nkhondo ya Russia and Ukraine, President Trump aliyenjeza dziko la Russia kuti lingathe kulandira ma sanctions chifukwa cha nkhondo imene zoyipa zimene adachita kuononga kudaonongeka kwambiri ku Ukraine.
It's actually ongoing.
Yeah, it is actually. Like 810 drones anapanga attack buildings in Ukraine from Agulash, Armenia, which is very, very bad. And intendere ujait intendere ndofunika nkhondo simangamoti. Yeah.
I'm going to add some culture. I'll take one here. Gibo Bwede Spice NBM Championship launch party. So that's the headline part of the story. Reeds Mangoja Stadium came alive on Saturday night as music and dances took center stage following the launch of the 500 million Malawi Kwacha NBM Championship sponsored by National Bank of Malawi NBM PLC. What began as a football event transformed into a thrilling community show with the crowd treated to an unforgettable night of fun and entertainment, oiled by Gibo Piasone and Norbert supporter musician Wede. I like the fact that organizers are involved in Wede when it comes to the shows.
Okay.
I like that.
You know why? Kumpira muna mzanga suvita, but to be honest with you, Wede is one of the supporters. Amena mati china yose chimena ngambitsa ywe nyimbo ile yose. You see, even myself this other day I was forced out of nowhere I started dancing. You know, he's cool.
an entertainer.
Yes, he's an entertainer.
That's why I'm saying I love that he's being involved, because he's not going to show
yes,
you know. But for him, that is his own type of art. What he does, there are not many people who can do that.
And actually, no,
he has this type of energy, rare energy. I think you or
yeah.
But it's really good.
Yeah, we're wishing him all the best. And it's in October. He has a wedding.
Oh, he does.
Yes.
So oh yes, I saw a save the date card.
Yes.
It's yet to happen.
Yeah, sure. Flames recover. Malawi 2, Liberia 2. A comeback from a 2-0 down to salvage a point. Zula, did you follow up? Do you follow football actually?
I do sometimes.
Okay. What do you tell us about Mpirato?
I mean, I know that we draw, and that we were playing with Liberia.
Yeah. Ah, okay. At least you're able to.
And that we won the last one with Namibia.
Yes, we won the last
2-1?
one with 2-1.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But for me, I think that the performance of Flames in these two games, not bad.
Not bad, eh?
Not bad.
Actually,
because I know how we can do.
Bingo Stadium in Azaza. Kunali. Now, it would have been very embarrassing.
I know.
For Malawians, they had spent their money. Kugagula tickets and then losing.
Disappointed.
Yes, but all in all, hayi ndithu zikhala ngati anthu anachoka kusangalala, you know, mumaluza 2-0 muli okhumata.
And then it's like within, and you know the funny thing is the first journey Chigoli, Liberia, it came within 3 minutes.
Yes, actually.
How fast that came, I was thinking already. I was like, you know what, there's no way we're going to make a comeback. And then, as if that was not enough, it was a 2-0. 2-0. And then the way we made a comeback, it was really good.
Very good.
It was really good. Sure. Congratulations, Flames. I would take one as well on the local sports at the back page. Nomad's coach draws positives from Sivo loss. That is the headline. Part of the story reads, Mighty Wanderers coach Bob Mbinganjira has drawn positives from his team's 1-0 loss to Sivo Service United in a friendly match. In a friendly match played at Champion Stadium in Imboneladwa district on Sunday, Chicago Batisoni netted the lone goal that dented Wanderers' preparations for the CAF Confederation Cup preliminary round, where they would take on Jwaneng Galaxy of Botswana.
Valero Kangati Damaliza.
Tiregeze pamene popo.
Tiregeze pamene.
Mwanthawi zonse sitimakwanitsa kuona nkhani zonse zimene zimakhala mu newspaper zimenezi ndiye timakhala kulimbikitsani kuti ngati mufuna kudziwatsatane wa nkhani zomwe tawerenga komanso zina zomwe sitinakwanitse kutero inu tutapeza na newspaper the Daily Times is of the price of 3,000 Malawi kwacha and the Nation at
2,500. Tinanena kuti masiku akutha lachiwiri ngati tsiku ngati lero wiki ya mawa amalawi ndikuti ife tidzakakhala tabwerako kovota fati dzayenera kulawirira mamawa tisagulitse chovotera chathu
paja ndichutiso in fact paja tsiku la holiday
koma inuyo ndine tikuyenera kuwapatsa amalawi zimene zochitika kunjako atipatsa mwayo kuti ndi holiday anthu akathe kuvota so yeah that's that.
All in all, continue following the rest of our programs right here on Luntha TV. And remember that we are also on social media. So follow our pages. We are on Facebook at Luntha Television and on YouTube we are at Luntha TV Official. And of course, that's it from me, Tandi Wenzumara, and my colleague,
Emmanuel George. And
of course, many thanks to the one on the machines, Mr. Yamikani Nyambo, making sure that we sound and look as good as we do. Continue following the rest of our programs right here on Luntha TV. Good morning.